It was 1945. As World War II was drawing to a close, there was a young Salvation Army officer, Vic Pedersen, who was posted to an army base in Western Australia. His work with radar sites led him to the idea that the Salvation Army needed an aircraft for its ministry.
Well, coming back from a radar station called Montalivet, which was a bit over 100 miles away by boat, we got caught in a severe storm, and we sheltered for about 3 days behind an island. When I got back to my tent, there was a letter there for me from our head serang here in Melbourne, a fellow by the name of Commissioner Dalzell. And he wanted me to write him a personal letter about any little problems I had, you know, a very nice, friendly letter. So I wrote and I said, look, I've just been for a visit to one of the radar stations, and we were held up for 3 days by a storm on the way back, and if I'd had an aeroplane, I could have got home in an hour. Well, the result was he wrote back and he said, I've often thought about the benefits of using an aircraft in the north. You're due for leave when you come down. We'll see what we can do. I got the aeroplane, so I flew the thing back.
The Flying Padre service was born. From remote Outback stations to tiny missions, Vic flew across Western Australia's vast landscape, sometimes swapping his wings for a folding bike to cover the last miles. But it wasn't just about reaching the destination. It was about what he brought with him: prayer, support, a concertina full of songs, and a heart filled with the love of Jesus. Over the decades, many officers followed Vic's footsteps and flight paths, bringing hope to flood-ravaged communities, drought-stricken properties, and isolated Australians. In Queensland, the Flying Padre ministry, by now called the Outback Flying Service, took on a new form, this time by helicopter. Skimming across remote regions, the message remained the same. You are seen, you are valued, and you are deeply loved by God. Today's Flying Padres continue that same mission, to bring the presence of Jesus to those who might feel isolated by the rest of the world. Through pastoral care, practical help, and a good old-fashioned cuppa and a chat, they remind people that hope is never out of reach. Here's to the Flying Padres, past, present and future, serving the Outback with wings, heart and the love of Jesus.